lots of prizes in the upcoming days.
This is a diverse culture. It's not just Filipinos listening to us.
I know you guys are dying to get cinema tickets.
When I was your age, I never thought about these things. Hey, we're coming to you live from the QCast studio. This is Live on Q on a Saturday. It's 16 after 4 o'clock. In the afternoon, you got me here, Francis. Welcome to Live on Q. I'm so excited. We have a special guest, I would say, which is from one of the prominent organizations here in Doha, Qatar. Let me put him on screen. Please welcome Toastmasters in the house. Yeah. All right. So why don't you guys introduce yourselves maybe from the left?
Okay, I'm Toastmaster Queen.
Hello, Queen. How are you doing?
Toastmaster Queen from the IIE SQC Toastmasters Club.
Nice. Okay, you have a very sweet voice. Next to you.
Me.
Yes.
Okay. Hi, so I'm Toastmaster FRITZ, the current Area 25 Director, and I'm from PSIM Qatar Toastmasters Club.
Nice. Okay, and we have two familiar faces just being here the first two episodes, right?
Yes.
Go ahead.
So it's me again, TRIXIE from the Advanced Filipino Toastmasters Club. And it's nice to be back.
Yes.
And of course, I am Toastmaster JOAHNNA.
All right. How you guys doing? How you guys doing?
I've been under the weather for the past week.
Yeah.
Oh
Well,
my
everybody is, I would say, because inside the office as well, we have lots of people who has got these colds in the past few days. I think it's about the change of the weather.
Yeah.
That
This is
why.
the sick leave season.
We have all the right reasons to be sick. So, anyway, before we talk about the sick phenomenon happening here, we are here to talk about public speaking and event hosting, as you guys have experienced in those aspects. That's why I put you here together, so you can also convey your experiences and all those best practices that you do every time you're on stage, probably if you're hosting, or probably if you're doing public speaking, or maybe just doing a simple business presentation. I think it takes a lot to be on stage, or it takes a lot to be at the center of attraction of everyone, right?
Yes.
So breaking the ice, as you've said last time, right? Breaking the ice. By the way, after the episode, has things changed for you so far?
There were more gigs.
Wow. How about you?
Same with Joanna.
It's the same.
Don't lie.
No, it's gonna be the same.
It's the same.
Yes,
Okay.
the
all
same
right.
activities with different
Okay, all right.
organizations.
That's good. That's good to hear. Because if nothing has happened, then there's no point in doing a third session with me. Anyway, all right. So let's have like some questions. So for Queen first, okay. Well, what do you do again on the side? I mean, on your regular job.
An electrical engineer. That's why I am a member of IIE
I
SQC
see.
Toastmasters Club.
I see. When did you join the Toastmasters organization?
I joined 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That was
Alright.
2 years ago, which is like, it's only my first year living here in Qatar.
Oh.
And she was so
okay.
shy and quiet during that time. She
I
was
see.
so very, very quiet. Well,
The thing is, I went there to renew my PRZ license.
And what happened?
Then they recruit me.
Oh, okay. So, do you have any regrets?
I
It
don't
feels like
think
the way she said those things.
No, actually, for the record, she is now the incumbent president
President
of
of the
IIE SQC.
Hats off to you. All right, good job. Anyway, Fritz,
What were the questions again?
what's your regular job?
I'm a
If-
quantity
if-
surveyor
I see,
of a real
okay.
estate company here in Qatar.
Oh, okay.
Yes, and I've joined Toastmasters 4 years ago.
4 years
Since
ago.
2020, if I remember correctly.
I remember him
You-
back in PID 2023.
PID.
Yes.
We were
one of the
inside Cocina de
hosts,
Rose,
yes.
right? He was the person across me asking, "Who's RJ Francis?" And I was there. I was there in front. It's me. Why?
So I remember
You remember that scene?
Kind of, yes.
We were asked,
Yeah.
where do you live? And then you
Yeah,
told
yeah, yeah.
everyone, I live in Alsad.
Yeah.
Malapit sa millennium.
Yeah.
Tumatak yung linya niya
Who's this
sa...
guy?
Who would have thought that we're going to come here for a
Yeah.
podcast, right?
Yes.
Yes.
For those who didn't know, the address is somewhere in Alsad, but I don't have to divulge
No,
it right
no,
now.
no,
It
we
might be
cannot.
swarmed by a lot of people. Okay, anyway.
Bigla mong in-expose.
Send
Anyways.
location.
For the food.
Patay ka
For the
dyan.
food only.
So, for those who will be sending food, just DM me and the location.
That would be perfect because we don't have anything at the moment.
Yes.
Anyway,
Yes.
we'll check out what we can have after the show. All right, Trixie, once again, you work in the same company that we're
Yes,
working
I
with.
work with the
Yes.
railway company.
And
and
with Toastmasters,
I was with them since 2020.
who's the oldest, if I may ask? No. What the age?
Oldest.
Joining the organization.
it's
No,
the
Joanna and I kind of
2020.
joined at the same time, right?
I
2020.
see.
2019. Okay.
Oh, you're
2019,
2019.
somewhere,
June
somewhere.
2020, to be exact.
Okay.
for me.
2022 for me.
So you're the
You're
youngest.
the youngest.
How is Toastmasters so far in bringing out the best of you, and then how does it hit? How do you use it in your workplace? Thank you for the question.
Miss Universe question.
Go
Go ahead,
useful
go ahead.
question. So yeah, Toastmasters opened a lot of opportunities for me actually. When I joined Toastmasters, it is not just limited to public speaking
Okay.
because networking is like the best benefit that you can get out of it.
Yes.
So when I joined Toastmasters, my network like really expand,
I see.
not just professionally. So I gain friends, I gain mentors, and also some companies are also
Looking at
Yeah.
your
Oh,
resume.
really?
resumes
Okay.
that you are a member of
I see.
Toastmasters.
So they check for affiliation and see if
Yes.
They
okay.
consider-
Especially,
Yeah.
especially that it is really important
Okay.
to have a very good communication skills.
Yes. Okay.
So,
All right. I have a little bit of inhibitions in that part because this country doesn't really have that much importance in terms of saying things the correct way grammatically. It's more of comprehension.
Yes, I
as you
agree
can
with
see
that.
right there.
Yes.
So, okay, several times that I've experienced in the workplace, whenever I try to speak in straight English,
No, I always have that problem.
people don't understand me most of the time. All right. But in your case, whenever you're having like a gathering with Toastmasters, how's the environment so far? I need to understand because it's not just Filipinos involved in this, right? You have other nationalities. So how do you talk to each other, and what's the mode of conversation so far?
We use English.
Okay.
English, yes. Well, for Toastmasters, as mentioned before, it's a place where no one will judge you.
I see.
Like you can just go.
I'm a judger. I can't be there.
Because we have members
go ahead.
who are really like.
I
really
relate to
scared
that, though.
speak. So, when you join Toastmasters, of course, people will know what are your weaknesses,
Okay.
and they don't use that against you. Instead, they focus on that for you to improve further. Say, for example, we have one part where we observe the account, like he's an accounter.
Oh, okay.
So that person in the club or during the meeting would count how many fillers you've made.
Or crutches,
Or crutches.
repeated words.
Yes. And that
Okay,
way,
that's
you
actually
will,
a good way.
You will find
Yeah.
out like, oh, I did this. So next time I should pause more before I speak. I'm guilty of
Yeah.
so much fillers.
We,
And
we have the sorry. Yeah, go
Yeah, and
ahead.
it's okay. It's okay. At the same time, there's also a grammarian in every
Grammarian,
meeting.
yes.
So
okay.
I know that grammar is one of the challenging things here in Kata.
Every day.
And
It is so contagious, I would say. I was I was a different person when I came here right now.
Brother
Okay,
coming,
anyway.
no coming.
Anyway,
No,
as you were
Have no
saying,
Yes.
have.
so,
as you were saying, go.
so yes, grammar is important in day-to-day communications. But for me, I know well, like as long communication doesn't mean that like grammar takes is important from it about it, but successful communication is when you understand each other.
Yes,
Yes.
As
that's
long
true.
as what you want to say is being relayed or received properly by the other person, then there is successful communication.
Exchange.
Yes.
Okay, all right. Good
So
answer.
that's why we have Toastmasters, because we are in a culture where we have to adopt. We are not natural citizens here, so we have to adopt the culture, and that's why we have Toastmasters to practice. Not seemingly, it's a seemingly perfect English language
Yes.
communication.
I see.
And actually, grammar is not the most difficult. It's actually the accent.
Yes,
The accent
accent.
and your presence in front. You know,
Yes.
some people are good in let's say technicalities.
Yes.
They know what to do. They know the
Yes.
product, but they cannot deliver it in
Yes.
front because they're scared to talk.
Exactly.
So
The
that's
breaking
some-
of ice, as you said
Yes.
before, right?
That's the hardest actually. So when you join Toastmasters, there's the first speech is called the icebreaker.
Exactly.
Yes. So all you have to do is talk about yourself because I think that's the best topic because you actually know yourself. So it's easier to deliver and talk about yourself rather than talking about any other topics.
I
Yes.
see. Okay, I have a question for all of you. Based on your experience as a part of Toastmaster, what would be like the key elements of an effective speech?
And that will be the question for our area director.
I thought you're about to close the conversation.
I would like to go for that question.
I would like
so for
to
an
go
effective
on.
speech, you
Our
have to
director.
have a very good introduction and then a very well structured content in the middle. It's like
I see.
a burger. And then after, you have to close it with a bang.
Wow.
It's just like answering a Miss Universe question. Yeah.
So you have like an intro, body of the message, and a
Yes.
closing point.
So-
Okay, all right.
Interestingly, in Toastmasters, we also have these table topics. Okay, we are given a chance to prepare our speeches. That's gonna be the 5 to 7 minutes
Yeah.
each, and then afterwards we have these table topics where we are given questions regarding the theme, and then we are going to quickly think on our feet and answer the questions within 2 minutes.
Oh,
And
okay.
in that 2 minutes, we have to structure our speech in such a way that it is like a miniature speech.
Do you have like
Yes.
a requirement for the number of words you're about to say?
No, it has to be
Not
at
really.
least 1 minute. You have
I
to talk
see.
at least
Yes.
1
Okay,
minute.
so
But-
you're pacing.
Based on experience, if you are going to prepare a 5 to 7 minute speech, you have to prepare something like which has
100 words per minute.
100 words per
Oh,
minute.
okay.
So 500 to 700 is best.
All right. If someone's talkative like me, I think I can go beyond that.
Yes, I know. With the pace that you're talking.
But it's actually a downside for me because most of the time people won't understand what I'm saying. 'Cause the slang,
Yeah.
it somehow affects.
But not
But that actually helps
Not
as
much.
well.
Yes.
I mean, like in Toastmasters, you get to know where you're lacking and where you need improvement.
Yes.
Say, for example, sometimes I speak too fast as well. So I learned in Toastmasters that I need to slow down a bit.
Yes.
So that, you asked about effective speech, right? So you have to slow down so that your audience can grasp what you're saying.
Nice. Yeah.
So-
Slow down and pause.
Correct.
Yes.
That's true. That's true. Know when how to pause.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
pause is actually a very strong language
Yes.
as well.
Yeah.
It
It actually
creates emphasis.
divides your
Yes.
statement for them to catch up because not everyone would be able to catch up with what you're saying.
Yeah, not just divide, but create emphasis on
Yes.
what you want to say.
Yeah, that's true.
To be like it's the spice on your speech because you make the audience like waiting for what is you're going to say.
Your next statement.
Your next
Okay.
point.
All right. Okay, another question. What would I do if I need to overcome my fear of public speaking? Say, for example, I'm a timid person. I know nothing about public speaking. I'm a newbie. I just joined you, and then I I'm like fresh from the oven. I'm nothing. Okay, so what would I be? What would be the very first thing you would tell me to do?
Without
I had an interesting because we had a meeting yesterday, right?
yes.
And the theme was overcoming glossophobia. So glossophobia is, by definition, it's the fear of public speaking. Now, at some point, I also had that kind of fear, fear of standing in front or talking in front. So there was one time that whenever I stand in front, if I have a paper with me, it would be shaking
So it would
tremendously.
be very visible for others.
Very
right?
much
Okay.
visible.
Alright.
Now, since I had that problem, one thing that I made it, like how I overcome it, is basically to keep it casual, have fun, feel the stage basically, and then create a conversation because we're all gossips, right? And in our gossips, we're very good at storytelling with our friends, or we can explain things explicitly.
Treat it like a gossip.
Good point.
Yeah, something like that.
I see.
So you're like a professional yapper when you join Toastmasters.
one thing for me, for the platform, for the Toastmasters, I believe that what helped Fritz come out from his shell, it was the environment. It was a safe environment where we
Yes.
promote positivity, and we slowly and surely make sure that he will come out. Right.
Come out.
No, I know. No, because no. It's not that way. Ate is very serious. No, because
I
I
was
know.
thinking that way.
Fritz was so quiet also
Yes,
when
he was
started.
always
Not quiet.
wearing this
Oh, yeah,
food.
yeah, yeah.
I can remember.
No, and he's
I
also
would say the same
quiet and
thing.
intimidating
Well,
at the
yes.
same
Yeah,
time. He
yeah.
looks like masungit
No, it was like an
kasi.
impression for you when you first, came across.
He looks like masungit.
During the PID. Not really masungit, but I think it's one of those guys who would just be in one corner and would
Yes,
stay silent.
something like that.
And when he speaks, it
Yeah,
will be either
Like
positive or
mysterious.
very
Wait lang, namumula ako.
Okay, all right.
I will add the first thing that you should do if you want to join Toastmasters for me should be showing up.
Yes, you have to show up.
yes.
Because a lot of people would sign up, but nobody would be there.
Yes.
Because you will
What
never
do you
know.
think is the reason why they would have a last minute hesitation to go there?
Here.
Maybe because they
The intimidated.
yeah
Yeah, you
they're
can
not-
get intimidated
Yes.
talaga when you join Toastmasters. Even
I see.
the funny part was those ladies that I was scared of when I started with Toastmasters, like DTM Vicky and DTM Grace Moran. I was trying to avoid them because I think sobrang galing nila, and I feel intimidated. But at the end of the day, when I became part of the Athena International Toastmasters Club, it's an all-women club.
Uh-huh.
Sila yung naging mentor ko.
Oh, that's
And
nice.
then, I became really close to them. And that actually proves that in Toastmasters, they pull people up,
Yes.
That's the most important thing. I think anyone who would need help is part of this organization because he or she is seeking for something, for
Yes,
help, right?
exactly.
Now, if you do otherwise, and that people will feel that he's not getting the help, well, would he or she stay there in the first place?
Yes. Even
Okay.
Fritz before, I was like, maybe I won't be friends with this guy.
Oh.
You look someone who's like very not
Yeah.
snob, but he's very choosy of who to talk with.
Yes.
I see.
But
We're
so
public, guys.
So when he started talking,
after
Yeah.
some time, hindi na kami mapaghiwalay. Like every week kami magkasama.
Okay.
actually they have the same vibes.
I see.
One thing as well is that you have to choose it yourself. If you want to overcome glossophobia or fear of public speaking, you have to choose that you want to overcome it.
I see.
Because if you try, as long as you take that step forward, you'll be able to overcome that problem.
That's true.
It's learning from experience. And here in Toastmasters, it's basically what we try to preach or to encourage
That's nice.
people. Learn from experience, because in Toastmasters, it is an avenue where you get to practice without any casualties. Because you won't get terminated or
Yeah.
you're not gonna have your
Correct.
salary cut.
Yes, yes.
It's
That's
an
a good
open
thing
space.
about it.
Yes.
So
You don't
right
have to
now,
worry about it.
as Toastmasters, whenever we can see someone talking on stage or presenting something, we gauge them by the us
Okay.
that they are releasing, or these
The hand
filler
The
words.
fillers.
gestures, the
Yes.
fillers.
You know, I have the same training before because hi to Mark Mackerel, by the way. He's part
Wow.
of an FM station in the Philippines. Back in the days, Freddie Chicken and so on, those guys were part of 99.5 RT. I don't know if you've heard about this. It's one of the most prestigious FM band in the
Yeah,
Philippines.
of course.
So we were trained by the best people, and they would ask for us to have like a recorded, recorded session, and then we would hear our voices afterwards, and we would count how many how many
Yes.
we have said
Yes.
in the entire show. In a way, I'm being conscious the next time I'm being on board, so that's actually a good training. Just to relate to that, anyway.
There is someone
Yeah.
now in Facebook that I am seeing, this Vin Gang. He's also
Oh yeah,
talking
yeah,
about-
yeah.
Yes,
Yes, that's true.
public speaking.
Okay.
I'm
It's actually a
outdated.
good way.
It's actually good.
It's a good way to critique yourself.
Yes.
There's no other way but to know what are your advantages and disadvantages, and you can always use it moving forward. Okay, what's the common body language you have to show whenever you're on stage as a presenter?
Common body language.
Yes. How do you like? 'Cause somebody would be
encourage for open
slouch,
hands.
Yes.
open
Encourage
hands,
hands.
openness,
Yes.
You have to talk with your hands.
open. I see.
Not just open hands, but rather it's like
Don't
not
put
too
like
stiff.
you're not supposed to put your hands on
in
your
the pocket. Okay,
Yes.
that's a
or
big
like,
no-no.
yes.
So on stage, with my height, no, I have a joke for that. So whenever I'm on stage,
to
I
step on
try
the
to
rostrum.
always ask for forgiveness from the audience. I'll try to tell them that, oh, please, I'm sorry. I always
Mm-hmm.
get lost behind the podium. So I always try to stand in center stage.
I see. Okay, so it also talks about your posture and then your
Yes.
height and okay. All right, you don't have to put it inside your pocket. 'Cause
Yes.
it's
It's a
not
no-no.
really
Yes, I don't
welcoming,
want-
right? Whenever
Yes.
you do that, I've seen some speakers on stage. Whenever they do that, it feels like they have hesitations of the things they're about to say.
Yeah.
Correct. Correct me if I'm wrong,
Yes,
but that's
they're-
how I feel it.
Or maybe
then-
he's unprepared.
Yeah,
Unprepared,
probably. And then
arrogantly,
others
talking.
would put their hands at the back. You know,
Yeah, the,
moment you're
audience
trying
will
to
get the
have-
idea that you are hiding
Yeah.
something.
Yes.
or maybe they're asking the people to guess.
There's
Left
a
or
prize
right?
behind.
Let's hear.
Okay.
Magic trick pala.
So it should be like moving,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Expressing,
Yes,
expressive.
yes, correct.
Eye contact.
Yes.
Eye contact.
Very important. Yes.
So at least you have to talk to the audience, move your head side to side. Make sure you're trying to talk to someone at least.
Yes.
Yes.
Make sure you
this
are
side is in.
conveying your
Yes.
message
Okay.
effectively.
Yes.
I see. Okay, what else? What else can you share with us?
Well, for hosting, when Toastmaster played a big role when it comes to my hosting career.
Okay.
Well, probably because it gave me more confidence, and I learned a lot of
The
techniques.
fundamentals.
Yes, especially in Toastmasters, it's a very diverse club. You
I
tend
see.
to meet other nationalities. What are the humors? You have to match the humors, or you have to match your tone depending on your audience. So you cannot, make funny jokes when the audience
Yeah.
are all kids, and you're giving something that's not appropriate. So that's one thing that Toastmasters have taught me. Especially, I am more into corporate hosting. So that's I love corporate hosting actually more than the parties that I host. I love corporate probably because it's all adults.
Yeah.
Well,
Yep, yeah, that's your preference. Some of you
yeah.
guys.
So some hosts they love the kids.
I don't.
I really find it
I
hard.
always do it. I always tell
Ma'am, yung career mo.
the event organizers blatantly. I would say no. That's not for me. I don't have patience to deal with kids running around every
Oh
time
my
I'm on
god,
stage.
you really have to
It's
have
so-
a lot of patience.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
I mean, I don't hate kids to begin with. Okay.
For me, I
But I
prefer
think it's not for
kids
me.
party.
Oh, really?
Yes,
Okay,
Queen
well,
love
good
kids.
for you.
Yes.
Good
I
for
really
you.
like spontaneous things. Like, on the spot, pwede mong baguhin yung mangyayari.
For me, it adds a layer of challenge in a way that I cannot focus on, the things I'm about to say if people are running around.
Yeah.
Na nadidistract ako pag ganun eh.
Basta sabihin mo lang, kids, let's go back to
Or
your
maybe it's
seats."
not really about distraction. I think ayoko lang namin magulo.
Ayaw mo na, no? Dalawa kayo.
Magulo na ako.
Ayaw na kalaban sa magulo.
Okay, anyway, how about you, Fritz?
Wala akong input.
Oh, you don't do event hosting?
I haven't been hosting
I
for quite a
see.
long time.
Yeah,
see.
but we've partnered before.
Yeah,
for-
we
You did
ha-
PID, right? That was
Yes,
was,
yes.
I-
Was
The
that your
thing is,
first hosting stint or even before?
I do corporate
I
hosting.
see. Okay, it's quite different because with informal and with corporate, there's a lot of difference.
I'm more informal than I am formal, though.
Oh! Tell me more about it.
I think we're not on the same page.
Because when we
Not
talk
fo-
about formal,
language,
Okay.
informal
when we
language.
talk about
Language.
formal hosting,
Yung casual.
yeah, but it
Casual
needs
lang.
to be more. It needs to be more direct.
Yes.
Yeah. When we talk about informal, I could crack jokes.
Yes,
I could insert those kinds of things. My antics whenever I'm hosting, I can insert all of those things. But with formal, I think it's kind of
Restraint.
keeping me restrained
Yeah.
at some aspect. But but if we get paid right, why not?
You can be stiff.
And it's
Yeah.
very important that for
Yeah.
formal hosting, especially for corporate, that you introduce them correctly.
Yes, that's true. That's
the
true.
bio
There's
of
minimal
the-
room for error.
Yes.
Right.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's something that I'm really very, very, very careful
Yes.
when I'm hosting a formal event
Mm-hmm.
or a corporate event. Especially there are what do you call it? How do you say this? VIPs.
Executives, VIPs. Yeah. Okay, that's so true. I also have to relate in that aspect because whenever you do like voiceovers for live productions,
Amazing.
there's
I also-
no room for error.
I think that's my weakness.
There's
Oh
no
my God.
room. Well, I've done a lot, and
Yes.
you know what I do on the backstage rather. I always practice all the lines, and I have to bring my pen because I need to know where's the part I have to pause, and I have to do it like 10 times,
I'm
10
really
times before I go live. It's different because when you do stage hosting, you can always rectify the things you said, right?
Yes, exactly.
Like minimal, but when you do live VO, it's so different. It's much more challenging, but I love it.
So, do you want to be like alone when you do VO, or
I like
it's
it.
fine like when
I like it to have. I don't know. I just don't want anybody to be bothering me when I would do that. Like I just wait for the cue by the director. If he says, "Okay, it's you," okay, it's me now. That's it. Yeah.
I think that's one workshop that you can do.
Maybe I
Yes.
can.
Yes, please.
We'll see. To
A
it.
for D.
Okay.
I know. A25D, please.
Ano
But
yun?
it's really
You can
challenging.
invite him for a workshop.
Oh my
Workshop.
god.
Okay, no problem. Pressure.
Before we continue with our discussion this afternoon, let me say hi first to the following people watching right now. To Travel with McCoy, hello to you.
Hello, Bakoy.
And
Andito
then-
ako. Wala ako sa group chat.
Yes. Good afternoon to Israel. Israel. Si Sky.
Shout out
Sky Gonzalez. Good
Hello
afternoon to you. To
Sa
Jinky.
mga hosts.
Jinky Prince Marco Lamata. Hi, Q and
Toastmaster
Trixie Lee.
Dory.
I see. She's watching.
Toastmaster Dory,
Ay, hindi ko
Ate
makita.
Dory, and yeah, we also have TJ,
Mm.
TJ, and who else is here? Shout out.
Architect.
Saan ito?
I want to say hi first to Leia Del Carmen Biana.
Yes.
And hi,
He's an
Joanna.
architect. Yes.
MK Tal. Who's this?
That's my attitude.
I see. Lala Vern, BB Queen, and Ate Trixie. Dory Mac will be here next week. We already have a schedule with her.
Hello,
We will
Inka.
talk about something else.
Toastmaster Dory.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll be
Fab and
talking
Ika.
about something else. Doris, I hope you're ready for your next session, okay?
She's always
Yes.
ready.
All right. Thank you so
For
much for
Arnold,
watching.
Thank you for watching, of
Yes.
course.
Fab and Ika is also watching. Hello, Trixie and Joanna and Fritz. All right. And to my body architect from UAP, Arnold, good afternoon to you. To Peter Paul Santos, good afternoon. Thank
That's
you.
my husband.
Oh, okay. Good afternoon. Thank you for watching.
Nako.
I like and
Very
cheer.
supportive. Gabi na sa Pilipinas.
Okay, by the way, I hope your families in the Philippines are all safe.
Yes,
we
our
just
family's
had
here.
this Oh, you're from Batangas?
No, my family's here.
Oh, I see. But in the Philippines, where are you residing?
Cebu.
Cebu. Okay, you're spared from the typhoon.
Yes.
We have this. Let me just insert this one. We have this Bangon Bicol.
Yes.
It's actually a fundraising event which being spearheaded by the Filipino vloggers. I would say influencers in Qatar. Like Pinoy Heart Radio, Popsi TV, Balitang Q, Travel with McCoy, our QCast, Simply CJ, Lisikat PH, and Miss M, and So Yummy Talaga. So we're able to raise about 42,380 pesos donations at the moment. And for those who wanted to donate, okay, you can simply scan this code or you can check this number. Save this one for GCash. It's 960-687-73.
No, 3581.
Oh, sorry. My eyesight is not good today. Let me put. Okay, this is bigger. All right. So that's 960-687-3581. Please do scan this code and please help us raise raise more cash, and it will definitely go to those affected by the typhoon. Okay, this was actually CanFest at 9:16 a.m. today in Qatar time. So thank you, Travel with McCoy, and of course to Popsi TV and to PHR for spearheading this
Yes.
Bangon Bicol, okay, drive. Thank you so much. And we hope to help more families there. Sana okay yung mga pamilya nyo.
Yes.
All right. So we'll take a quick break and we'll be back with more together with the Toastmasters right here on Live on Cue. Stay where you are.
Take a break. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Live on Cue.
We got lots of prizes in the upcoming days.
This is a diverse culture. It's not just Filipinos listening to us.
I know you guys are dying to get to them a ticket.
When I was your age, I never thought about these things. It's laging lumalabas. Welcome back to Live on Kids now, 51 after 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Still with us, Toastmasters, TRIXIE QUEEN, FRITZ, and JOAHNNA. Thank you so much again for joining me this afternoon. It's my honor to have you guest in Live on Cue. You know, it's not the first time. We had like TRIXIE and JOAHNNA before, and right now it's Fritz and Queen, and we'll be adding more next time probably.
Yeah.
Inshallah.
I'll add more microphone for you guys. Okay, so let me continue our short talk this afternoon. When we were, wait, hold on, give me 1 sec. Let me fix something. Okay. May check lang ako. Tanong ni Trixie kanina eh. Because you were actually asking me about the hosting part, wherein why they should be hiring professional hosts.
Yes.
So I want to throw the question back to you. I think it's also a way for you to answer this based on your experience. Why they should be hiring professional hosts for any kind of event that they would like to have. Okay, start with you first.
Well, for hosting, I mean for events, not all events go as it is, like
Go as planned.
yes, as planned
Okay.
in the agenda. So a professional host can actually do more about it. They have a contingency plan that we
Wow.
call, just in case someone did not show up, or there was a change in the program,
I see.
or there was some dead air going on. Well, a professional host can actually do something
see.
about it. So,
Nice.
well, if you get someone like a professional host, just as we always talk about, they take responsibility of it.
Yes.
We feel more responsible on how we run the show or the program, rather than if someone, you just put someone there that doesn't know anything about hosting, chances are they will get traumatized. They will get traumatized.
Traumatized.
I
It's
remember
such
the
a scary
first time.
word.
Yes, the first time that I went on stage with Trixie, I remember there was a technical glitch
I see.
on the pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
okay.
Yeah. Lupang
So you have
Hinirang.
to extend.
She grabbed the phone.
Yeah.
She grabbed the
sang
microphone.
Oh,
No, she grabbed the microphone and she searched
sang?
on the YouTube.
yeah.
Yes, and then she put the microphone on and
And then we sang
Oh, I
the
see.
pambansang awit. Yeah.
Those are the things that we cannot. I mean, some people may not be able to think about at that
Yes.
moment, right?
Yes.
Presence
Okay.
of mind.
Presence of
Yes.
mind. Correct. Okay. About you, Queen.
For me, if you hire a professional host, the main advantage that I have is the stage experience. Because
Okay.
there's a lot of things that you can only learn by being on stage.
I see.
Just like what they said. And they know yung magiging next step mo in case na hindi yun yung nangyari, yung nakaplan.
I see.
So, for me, being on stage, having the experience, malalaman mo yung flow since you've done that before.
Yes.
I see.
You know, sometimes when you host something and you've been a regular host of that organization, you already know by heart.
Yes.
Yes.
You
That's
will
true.
not need the program flow because
I see.
nandun ka before, you know na eto yung... Tsaka magiging familiar ka on the people, the VIP people that you're going to call. So, hindi mo na kailangang
very
Minsan
important.
kabisado ko na nga yung intro nila.
Same intro
That's
lang
so
pala.
true. That is so true. How about you, Fritz?
Yung sa akin naman is the importance of a professional host is they know how to set the mood
Okay.
or set the energy. Kasi they have already past experiences, they know what to do, they know how to handle the audience. So they have that ability to adjust, to be flexible enough and
Based on
address
the-
the crowd.
Based on the crowd.
Kaya important yung professional. Kasi lalo na I have met a lot of beginner hosts. Well, I do think that I'm still a beginner host though. So
You're in the process of
in
learning.
the process.
Yes.
But siguro beginner ulit kasi I haven't been hosting. But yeah, so nape-pair up ako with beginner host and yung ang medyo mahirap yung makipag-coordinate with them kasi they're still struggling.
I
So you
see.
have to carry.
Yes,
I
you have to
see.
carry.
Parang Dota. Carry mo. So yun yung ability ng professional host because they're able to carry the show.
You know what? It's always nice to have this mindset that you're always a student of the game,
Yes.
Yes.
right? Because you strive for more learning and as you
learn, yeah.
continuous learning. That's actually
Because a
correct.
professional was once a
Yes.
beginner.
Yeah. I do believe that, of course. And no one, I mean, you can only enhance your you can only enhance your skills if you always have a room for learning.
Yes.
Because
And
if you thought
constant
otherwise,
exposure.
exactly. Otherwise, if you thought that you're the best, you will never.
Yes.
What?
No, you will never become the best version
Of
of,
yourself.
yourself.
Exactly, diba? Kaya I appreciate those people who would always strive for greatness.
Yes.
Like they even if they're the best in the industry, I would say I've known a lot of people who are the best in the industry, and they're being battle tested as well. Like say for example, if you were to ask me about the people I wanted to be on stage with, say for example lang, I've been with so many stars before. Pero there's one person I really wanted to have a hosting gig, perhaps. You know, sometime in the future it could happen. Catriona. I really want, for some reason, I don't know, but I just like to be on stage with her. And then the other one would be, it was an MTV VJ before. I forgot the name.
A lady.
Yeah, a lady.
Donita Rose.
Yeah.
I
I don't know where she is right now. Where she is
also
right
don't
now.
know, yes,
Okay.
but
Hindi
I
nila
can't
kilala.
remember.
Yeah,
her.
they will not. They cannot relate at all.
Kami dito, di ba relate?
She
How
was
about you guys? If I were to ask you, I mean, that's just like one of the most exciting part of your hosting career, diba? To be paired with someone who we really admire. Who would that be, and why?
Nothing comes to mind right now.
no for me, not a particular host, but a particular scope.
Okay.
I wanted to try really DJing, and that one, the voiceover.
Really?
I
Okay, I can
really
help you with that
wanted
one.
to explore that. Yes, even free, so that I can have the experience.
I thought of it. I thought of training some people who wanted
Yes,
to
please.
venture that kind of career before.
Yes.
I just don't know what's a setback. I'm trying to recall what was the reason why it was halted for a while. But yeah, we'll find a perfect time and venue for that.
Yes.
And if that happens, I'd be
I'm so
glad to help
happy
everybody.
that I am here this
Yeah.
afternoon.
Alright, don't worry, I'll put it in my bucket list. Okay. And then we have a place, we have a venue. Maharlika can always give us the place to do that. But let me come up first with a module, so it will be
Yes.
like a complete plan for starters.
Yay!
All right, let's see. I promise you, I'll come up with something. How about you, Trixie?
Yeah, I wanna try hosting with Vice Ganda. I really think it's really fun to be with on stage.
I believe so.
Yeah, I am a fan of comedian host because
Yes.
it's hard to
It's hard
how
to
do you
make
say,
people laugh.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
hard to deliver something that would make people laugh.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe it's funny for me, but it's not funny for them.
Yes, correct.
So I don't know, because Vice is like he
Hey, be careful with the pronouns.
Day.
it comes out naturally.
Okay.
No, hindi siya magagalit for
Yeah,
that. Yeah. And then of course for professional, I wanna do what do you say this? Beauty pageant. I remember when I was
Lucky
younger.
Manzano.
Yeah,
Mga
Lucky
ganun
Manzano.
events, yeah. It's really good.
When I
would
was
say.
younger, I started hosting sa mga barangay. So, hindi ako nakakuha na mag-muse. Or sumali. I don't always get the chance na to be invited to be the contestant sa beauty contest. Sabi ko, ganun ha. Basta ako mag-host. Sigurado yung talent fee ko dito. Tapos may bayad to. Kayo hindi mo sure kung mananalo kayo dyan.
It's actually, the younger beginnings that we had, the humble beginnings, I would say, it's really something that lays a good foundation on how you are, on where you are right now. Diba? Kasi without those experiences, I mean, those smaller things, the minute, I would say, of details that you've been doing in the past, it adds up collectively on how you become or how you host the event.
Yes,
diba?
exactly.
Experience plays a big factor in how you are hosting at the moment.
Magkano ang unang hosting fee mo?
Ako? Would you believe that I was in high school second year? That was my first hosting
Ay,
gig.
ang aga.
With an election, team.
Yeah.
Yung mga barangay. That they would like have this campaign team. Yeah. So that's my first time I hosted. And back then, I would say I was given like 300 per night.
Wow. Malaki na yun sa
Yeah.
atin.
Back in high school, I was really like a one-day millionaire. But right now, it's nothing, di ba? Pero at least, those are the times we're in. Uy, kaya ko palang gawin to. It's like a self-reflection, self-realization that, I can do better than this. How about you, Queen?
My first hosting gig, I just started public speaking and
Okay.
hosting when
When
I
you
joined.
came here.
Yeah,
Okay.
when I joined Toastmasters. So my first.
But who's your
Idol.
idol or one person you wanted to share the stage with if given a chance?
I have one person that parang wala pa akong yung parang hindi ko pa nakikita yung sarili ko na like professional host.
see.
Since I'm still starting. See, everyone is saying na they are beginner dito.
Sila hindi.
I like your honesty. All right. But anyway, it's just hypothetical, just in case, for example. Yeah.
But I still remember the first time na nag-host ako with these people.
Same set of people.
PID.
I
No.
see.
No, siya,
What?
contestant siya sa PID dati.
Yes.
It's a
Nag-pair na rin tayo, tas nag-pair rin kayo.
Hold on. You were a contestant at the PID.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes,
Mutya
yes.
ng Kalayaan last year.
See?
Did we we came across already?
I think so.
Pero kasi Queen is very quiet.
Inaalala ko eh.
Mahiyain masyado.
Were you one of the
Quiet lang
contestants?
talaga
Yes,
siya.
one of the
Yes.
contestants.
Really? Because we were the hosts
She
for the
represented
final.
to Filipino Toastmasters.
Yeah,
Oh,
Toastmasters
okay.
yung They're
in
present
see.
at that time.
Because we hosted the final, the
Yes.
coronation night.
Yes.
I was with McCoy, Marlene, and then Donna, right?
Diana's.
Which
Diana.
venue?
At the PSD.
PST. Yeah, I was there.
Yeah. We were checking up on her.
I have short-term memory now. So I think we came across already. Yeah.
for sure.
Probably.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, anyway, how about you, Fritz? You already answered that, right?
Hindi
Okay.
pa actually.
Hindi pa ba?
Nag-research ako. So, yeah. I guess Steve Harvey.
Wow!
Yun na yung maisip ko kasi I don't watch a lot of Filipino na shows.
Yeah.
Kaya yung mga names medyo wala sa
Hirapan
utak.
ka.
Oo.
That's really
So,
a
yeah.
daunting one.
Yeah. But
Vice ganda.
No, there is one more.
who more? Sino pa?
Who more?
Who more?
Jokoy is also.
Jokoy, oo.
Yeah.
Oy, sana, I hope Jokoy would visit Qatar.
Sorry.
Hopefully. Hopefully we can bring him here.
Sa
Oh.
comedian.
Makaedad kasi namin si Jokoy.
You don't know
Sorry.
Jokoy?
No, I'm
Okay.
sorry.
You're missing half of your life.
I'm so sorry.
Anyway, say hi to Ava Marie Baltomacedo, BFF Vlogs. Good afternoon to you. Thank you for watching our
Hello, Fritz.
Live on Q podcast this afternoon. Who
Hala
else?
siya.
Hey to the camera. Yes. Okay. All right. I have another question for you guys. Okay. So, what do you think would be the best techniques on how you can improve audience engagement? Audience engagement during a presentation.
Look
Your
at them.
body language first.
Body language. Okay.
Yes, you have to be open
Okay.
and then ask questions.
Ask questions.
Like for example,
Get them to be
I
interactive.
felt like I'm a failure today, and then you're going to ask me why. And
Okay.
then-
Why?
That's
a
not
good
true.
one. That's a good one. All right. But in the environment of Toastmasters, I'm quite curious. So you have this interaction with your audience? You do
Yes.
that? Or it's just like a monologue? How do
No.
you go about it?
It depends on the project that you're
Oh,
doing. So
I
when
see.
you enroll or when you join with Toastmasters, you will be given a pathway, and each pathway has levels.
Mm-hmm. I see.
And each level has a project. So there are projects wherein you can just stand in the middle and talk about your topic, and there are what do you call this? Projects wherein you need interactions
I
with the
see.
audience.
I
So you
see.
practice both ways.
I see. And how often do you engage in these kinds of discussions within the team? Like monthly, weekly?
It's
The
on your own
meetings.
pace, yeah.
The
Based
So,
on your
It
own
if
depends
it's-
on the club actually, but majority is like twice a month.
Twice
Twice
a
a
month.
month, yeah.
And how many organizations are we talking about here? now?
Here in Qatar, it's around 113 Toastmasters clubs.
It's a lot.
Just here in Qatar. But there's around 100 countries with Toastmasters club, over 1,000
Okay.
clubs out there. So
The-
wherever you go, you can. Once you're a Toastmaster, by the way, you can visit any Toastmaster
Nice.
club
Yes.
Yes.
around the globe.
Regardless of the affiliation.
Regardless,
Regardless of
because
the
you're
affiliation.
already a
I see.
Toastmaster.
When,
So,
just to
okay.
share, when I went out of the country, I visited Ireland, and the first thing that I looked for was a
Toastmasters.
Toastmaster member. So I was
Nice.
trying to DM their
Wow.
pages of if they do have a meeting during the time that I visit. And unfortunately, they have like a summer break
Oh, I see.
in
I see.
Ireland. But I was able to meet a couple of Toastmasters,
Nice.
and one of them is DTM, our Distinguished Toastmaster Ted Corcoran.
Wow.
We were sitting. He's 85 years old, I think. We were sitting in a restaurant having coffee, and we were having conversation. And then at the end of the day, he gave me his what do you call this?
Contact number.
Calling card.
Yeah.
And then that's how I found out. Oh my God, he's a past international president. So we were talking as if like normal Toastmasters. And of course, that was like early 2000 when I was
Yeah.
not a member yet.
I
But I was so
see.
surprised that he did made time, and he shared a lot of best practices, and
Wow,
even
that's
gave me
really
a book
nice.
that he wrote.
You're so lucky to have an interaction with
Yeah,
that
so I was
person.
like,
Yes.
oh my God. Then
Yeah.
he was like, oh, why you look so shy now? I cannot.
No, I'd like to add.
Go ahead.
Okay, there is a guy. He was just new to my company. Actually, he was just there.
Your
like,
company?
2 months. Yes, my company. Yes, he was
right.
there just at first he was stationed in a room farther than mine, and then he transferred to the seat next to me. And then while he was talking, he was speaking like, oh, it was Toastmasters. Do you know Toastmasters? And I told him. And then later on, he told me that he was a distinguished Toastmaster, and he was starting up clubs before, like the Arab clubs. And then afterwards, he evaluated me in one of my speech. And 5 years into Toastmasters, that was the only time that I was being evaluated fairly and really. He told me that, okay, your speech has a great content, but you were focusing on an audience, a female audience. You were not focused that. You were not aware that your audiences are all mechanical engineers. That's
I think
why
I recall that.
I never ever won a single Best Speaker award with PSME Toastmasters before that. Then after that, I went to win like twice.
Wow.
Yes.
Congratulations.
I think that relates to your previous question earlier when you said what makes an effective speech. It's also to know your audience.
Yes.
Knowing your audience, because you'll know what you want to talk about.
I see. Okay. In a corporate environment, it's quite easy because you have like a common ground.
Yeah.
But if you go to a public place, a public venue, public event, it's a mixture
Exactly.
of individuals, different spectrums, right? So your approach will be quite different as well. How do you deal with that? I mean, for Trixie, perhaps you kind of compared. You've been with corporate, and most of the time you also do public events, right? So
Yeah,
what's
you
the
just-
difference so far?
You need to speak their language. You know, you don't use
Well, how?
Hello. What's up? What do you call it? Say things like those. I mean, it's very important that you speak their language.
Yeah.
So, say for example, you have Indian audience. So you ask them and you tell something. You ask them something that they could relate.
Okay.
And then I simply share, I love pani puri. And then that starts the conversation.
love biryani.
Yes, pani puri, all their street foods.
Yeah.
So see, things like those. So when you and for example, you are in a PID hosting
Gathering.
So it's a mix of Filipino
Filipinos,
communities.
yeah.
So you just simply talk casually
In the language.
Yeah,
Okay.
say the language. Hindi naman pwede na tuloy-tuloy nag-i-English
Yeah.
ka doon na you sound like
It's actually my
preaching,
downside
diba?
all the time.
Yeah,
Whenever I try to snap a bit. Kasi parang feeling ko nawawala ako sa pagiging, I would say, I forgot to merge with the crowd that I'm in. Because I'm accustomed to speaking, all the time.
Yes.
This is how we were raised in the radio. So pag andun ako sa public, sometimes, okay, I have to get back.
You're
It's a
accustomed
different
to
kind-
speak alone.
Yeah,
on
yeah.
the-
At the same time, they won't be able to relate to what you're saying. It's really hard, right?
So
you have to make sure. Yeah.
You have to find
Find a
one
common
topic
ground.
that would connect to them.
Correct. Okay. And then who you are texting?
I get a call for
I see. You
Wait
traveled
lang,
all the way
wait
here to
lang.
sit on your phone.
to remind
Just
na may
go.
meeting daw
Okay,
po kami
yeah, yeah.
Toastmasters.
You do. You do 7 p.m. today, right? Trixie
Yes.
told me. Okay.
Yeah.
Actually.
By the way, everyone is invited. Go, Queen. Can we
yeah.
invite?
Go,
them?
go. Sure. Of course.
Queen. Go ahead.
Later, we have a joint meeting. PSMEQ and IIEESQC Toastmasters Club. We have a meeting in Central Capital Hotel
Yes, in Bin
in Bin
Mahmoud.
In
Mahmoud
Mahmoud.
at
Okay.
7 p.m.
Wow.
Yes, everyone is invited to
Yes,
join.
everyone is
If you guys want
welcome to be a guest.
experience.
Yes.
Awesome. About you, Fritz.
Ano yung question? sa dami ng pinag-uusapan, nawala rin ako sa
It's actually all
You
over
were
the place.
asking earlier. I mean, Trixie was explaining earlier
Yeah.
that when you enroll in pathways, you will be given a chance to do projects. So I'd like to add that vocal varieties, body language, and
Can you explain further the vocal
Vocal
variety?
variety.
Okay,
So when
Before we go
you-
to the body language
no.
is tackled already. When you talk about vocal variety, what do you think? What do you mean by that?
vocal varieties is when you are agitated, you tend to speak faster.
Okay,
Right?
I see.
So when you tend to how do you call that one, highlight an activity or an event, you go slower
I see.
and catch that tension.
pacing.
Yes,
Okay.
pace and engage your audience more on that.
I see.
Yes.
Okay.
So
Body
we
language.
have we have different projects. We start with introducing yourself to the club, and then we slowly engage you into those projects.
I see.
To add in the vocal variety, it also helps with you when you're creating emphasis. So if you want to emphasize something, you could even increase your volume or you could even whisper.
I see.
If you whisper to emphasize on something, you get people to go closer or come closer and listen to you carefully. So it is basically a strategic way for you to get people's attention.
I see. Okay.
And to add more, since you've already introduced pathways and projects, so in Toastmasters, there are a lot of different pathways. Say, for example, I am into team collaboration. What projects are you, or what pathways are you in?
I think I'm into effective coaching.
Effective coaching. There's also
see.
strategic relationships. There's
Yes.
humor.
Let me
There's presentation
Depending
mastery.
on what you want
For
to
me,
focus
it's
on.
leadership development.
See. Oh, okay, so you have your own focuses.
Yes.
Yes.
So
I see.
I have
You
already.
asked me about my pathway.
Okay.
Student visa.
Oh, go.
New Zealand ba yan or Canada?
Just joking. Okay, so it's actually a different kinds of
Yes.
pathways. Right?
So there are
All right,
different
that's
pathway
interesting.
where it is catered to that skill that you want to
Yes.
learn. Because we have different goals, and you want, and your projects will actually cater to that as well.
see.
There's even a project where you get to do a hosting,
I see.
like this, a
I
podcast.
see.
Or
Okay,
Yes.
interesting. All right.
there's a project for that.
Nice one.
Yes.
We can actually inject this if you wanted to. But anyway, I want to know inside the organizations, you have certain divisions on which is your focus. I would say, is that how things go there, or what do you do? Like,
No, in a certain club, like say for example, the PSMEQ Toastmasters Club or IIESQC Toastmasters Club. Inside that club, there will be different members with different pathways.
okay,
Yes.
Okay.
So there are projects that have the same concept, and then as you go higher, then you will be ushered into a specific project only for that.
Okay.
Actually, when you join Toastmasters and you don't know what pathway would you take, in Toastmaster website, there we have this parang
Assessment.
Assessment.
Yes, that is
like
it.
may quiz ka doon, parang parang personality test, and which is
Okay.
like screaming your
I see.
what do you want.
I see.
Yeah, it will
say,
suggest-
Say, for
Yes.
example, with the inaccessibility of that website, you just go straight to an organization. Is there anybody there who would assess me on which pathway I should be taking?
We
Is
can
there anyone
suggest.
there?
Actually, they will assist you.
Okay.
And then when you were in a website na, you were the one who's going to answer the
I see.
questions. And then yung mga pathway
It would come up.
na isasuggest na sa'yo which is the best
I
pathway na more on your interest. Like
What's
maybe
the percentage
you
of
do like,
accuracy?
because ang mga tanong doon
It's
if-
more on goal-oriented
Yes.
na question.
like ang tanong doon ano yung pinaka-prefer mo? Prefer mo ba yung talking,
okay. I
yung
see.
presenting,
Okay.
or yung
Okay.
mentoring a specific person? Mga ganun. So,
So it would really give you a
Yes.
result of what you really ask for.
Yeah, what you need.
and
Yeah.
which
So
is
it's
your goal
goal-oriented.
to
I see.
enhance.
Yes.
Ano ba yung gusto mong i-enhance? Mga ganun.
But at the end of the day, it's your choice. You can always choose which path that you will take,
Yes.
regardless of what results come out from the assessment.
Nice.
Like, I think may tatlong suggestions.
Yes.
Ano yung tatong suggestion? Sorry.
Tatlong suggestion based on your
Assessment
answers.
results.
Yes,
Yes.
assessment results.
Okay.
So what are those three?
Yung sa akin,
Depende sa iyo.
Depende sa-
Tapos yun yung
sa ano mo.
pipiliin mo po, di ba?
Correct me if I'm wrong. Kasi yung assessment na yan, hindi kasi it's very important.
Yeah.
So yung assessment kasi, yung tatlong yan, isa dyan will be your weakest point. Weakest.
okay.
The other one will be your strongest.
Strength.
So it's either you want to, amplify your strengths, or you want to,
Improve your
compensate
weakness.
your
Yes.
weakness.
Okay.
Yes.
Nice. Wow. It's really like magnified talaga siya on what you really want to improve on.
Yes.
Okay. It's actually a good one, I would say. Especially for those who are confused on what they wanted to do, what they wanted to achieve rather.
Yes,
right?
exactly.
Okay. All right. So for those who wanted to join you, how can they join the organization?
So, when we want people to join, first we would like to invite you to a club meeting.
Okay.
Experience it yourself. See what it could bring benefit to you. See the benefits.
I see.
And then once you're interested, see in the club there are club officers. There are executive committee. Not we don't only have just a president.
I see.
There's a vice president for education. You asked about the division earlier, right? So the vice president of education handles the different pathways of the members. See which member needs this and that. At the same time, we also conduct education modules where all of the members could benefit. So you've been introducing modules earlier as well, right? So there are recommendations in the Toastmasters International where we can improve, say for example, the evaluation, how to deliver an effective evaluation,
Yes.
how to create a speech.
Okay.
How
Or-
to make a poster.
Yes, so
Okay. All right.
that's my VP membership. So of course, we would like my membership fee.
Fee.
Yeah, there
I
is.
think
a-
it's
Yeah.
a way on how you can run the
Yes.
organization, perhaps. Without funding, you will never be
Yes.
functional. Okay,
So when we invite, diba? So you can be a member by applying to a certain club. That's if member ka na dun sa club na yun, you'll be a member for the whole Toastmasters and you get the access, all the modules that you need for your pathway.
Okay. I have
So-
another question. I'm sorry to cut you off.
It's okay.
Is it the same? I mean, in terms of scalability in module across all organizations, is it the same, or
Yes.
there are things that could be different from one organization to the other?
There could be.
Like,
'Cause-
what would be like the minor details that would be
Okay.
different from one or the other?
Say some clubs have this specific feature. I have a club called Global Improv and Storytellers Toastmasters Club, where its focus is improvisation and storytelling.
I see. Okay.
And all our education module is centered to that skill. And some club is focused on evaluation. So there are different kinds of approach in different clubs. So they have their own culture, and the ones who create that culture are actually just the members themselves.
Okay.
Yes.
Gotcha.
But
But do you have
aren't-
like I'm sorry. But you have like a general meeting which actually involves all the Toastmasters?
Annually.
Yes, there
We
is.
have a
So,
DTAC.
How many members do you have right now?
oh my God, there's a lot, right?
Give me a give me a give me a ballpark.
A ballpark figure, around 500 or 1,000.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dami na. And these are all
That's just
Filipinos, or
in
No, no.
Oh,
They're
it's mixed
interna-
nationalities.
yes. Dito sa Qatar alone.
I see. But for the Filipinos in the organization, do you
So
have like
in
a
Filipino,
initial
let's
count?
just count the clubs muna rather than the number of.
Okay.
So we have the professional Toastmaster. So
Yes.
there's an electrical engineering Toastmaster club, IIEE-SQC,
Pigpa.
PICPA for the
Accountants.
accountants, PSME and PSIM Qatar for mechanical engineers. We have FPEA Toastmasters for planning engineers, civil engineers, quantity surveyors. There is a common ground for everyone, which is the Global Filipinos Toastmasters.
Club.
It's an advanced club.
Yeah. I'm doing the math right now. Thank you.
So there's like 6 and give or take, so there's 20 members each, so
It's roughly
120
Yes.
or more.
May
It's really a lot.
Philcom pa.
My feel
Yeah.
Philcom is on now international, so it's mixed.
Yes.
But the
Basta
thing
ang alam
is,
ko yung PSME, yung base numbers namin nasa 30 plus na.
so
See.
give or take
Average is
100 or more.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Another question. So some organizations may not find this institution valuable for them. Like, you know, there could be reasons why they're not engaged with Toastmasters. As you mentioned, you have several institutions which are part of Toastmasters already, like PICPA, IIEE, and somewhat in a way they're using it. Diba? What if I tell you right now, okay, I won't be needing that for my work because I'm only a desk guy. I don't really face people. I don't have to present. What's your answer for that?
Okay. So kahit sang level ka,
Uh-huh.
there will always be communication. If it's not work.
Nagtatrabaho ako sa toilet.
Kasi, kakausapin mo yun. No,
Okay,
the
go
thing
ahead,
is, people in essence are all social. So, in Toastmasters, it doesn't just help you at work. It also help your relationship with your friends, your family, or your significant others.
Okay.
Kasi in Toastmasters, you get to learn how to structure what you want to say, to be intentional with your
I
words,
see. Okay.
and to be strategic enough na yung outcome ng gusto mong sabihin is in towards to the positive rather than to the negative. Kaya it's not just about work alone, but also your relationship with
I see.
everyone.
So in essence, it's not just about public speaking or presenting
Yes.
yourself on stage. It's about communication.
Communication
Communicating with somebody.
Yes. How you lead people as well, your leadership
see.
skill.
Okay.
And yung leadership kasi hindi lang rin sa trabaho.
Yeah, that's
You're
true.
also a leader sa family mo.
Yeah.
Sa mga kapatid mo kung ikaw yung panganay.
Fair enough. That's a good answer. Okay. How about you, Queen? Same
What's the
question.
question?
You weren't paying attention.
Kasi sabi
No,
dito,
no. Because I asked
3,000
I asked
members
Fritz.
na
Well,
daw yung
he knows.
Filipino.
I
Yeah,
see.
3,000.
From
I see.
our
daw?
division
3,000?
A director. Yeah, 3,000.
3,000?
3,000 pala.
3,000.
3,000
Wow, that's
members.
a lot.
Toastmaster Richard
Nanonood po
Villanueva.
sila.
Hello, partner. Partner ko
Yeah.
na nag-opening ng
Anyway,
BPOQ.
going back to my question. My question to Fritz was, if I'm just a desk guy, I don't face people, I don't have to talk to anybody else. Why would I need Toastmasters? That's my question to him. I think you pretty much answered it, but based on your point of view, your perspective about it.
Let's relate it to my one member na napilitan lang siguro mag-join. I did not really mag-join. Napilitan mag-attend. So, that person, nandun siya sa meeting and he doesn't know what
What
is
to
going
do.
to be there.
Okay.
What is going to happen there. Ano yung, bakit ako nandito? That's the first thing na maiisip eh. Pero, at the end of the day, that's why I told that's why na ang sabi ko kanina is to show up, because you have this initial question na ito lang naman yung ako ano yung makukuha ko sa Toastmasters,
Yes.
but you will never know if you're not there.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
the most important thing is you'll never know what is the opportunity that is
Waiting
going
for
to
you.
serve you
Yeah.
if you are never there.
Yeah.
So
Fair enough.
yeah, maisip mo siguro on that time if ano ba talaga yung goal na maibibigay sa'yo ng Toastmaster. So that person, he's a photographer, he doesn't need to communicate, he will just take photos, take shoots, mag-order lang siya ng utos, ganyan. Pero nung at the end of the meeting, he told me na na Madam Press, thank you for inviting me here. Ngayon, hindi na ako nahihiyang makipag-communicate with other people.
That's nice. Wow.
Na parang,
So parang
Yes,
it
I
somehow
want to- yes.
boosted his confidence.
yes,
No?
I want to improve, I want to enhance my confidence because it's not just
I
limited
see.
to public speaking,
Okay.
it's on your
I
self-development.
see.
Exactly.
All right. Same question for you, Trixie.
Well, for me, it's not all the time that you talk in public, but I call it fix. It's it will fix yourself.
Okay.
Kasi
I ain't broken.
broken pala. Broken hearted.
Actually,
Basta
pwede.
Toastmaster,
Tapos
no?
isama mo sa speech.
May content ka na.
Yes,
Continue,
yeah. For
continue.
me, it will fix a lot about yourself, especially when you don't really like to talk to other people. May mga introvert kasi, di ba?
Yeah.
Pero kasi kailangan mo pa rin lumabas and to communicate. So wala kang choice. And then
true.
Toastmasters would help you out about it.
Yes.
Okay. Joanna?
Well, I was.
yeah. Actually,
you ba?
you're the epitome.
Yes,
of
I
this.
am the
Right.
epitome of that quote-unquote
Yeah.
principle. Okay. my take on that is nothing is constant in this world.
Yeah.
Dadating yung time mo. And if it's meant for you, it will always come to you no matter where you go. Yun, totoo.
Nothing
Hindi
is
ganyan talaga si
constant
Ate
talaga,
Dong.
no?
Yes.
You'll never know what the
Yes.
opportunity holds for those
And-
Nakuha mo yung song.
na mas madaming
Hindi,
alam.
totoo talaga.
That's true.
Everything started and everything went back to zero for me. But at least this zero is having me having another pathway to follow.
Yes.
So not everyone is given a second chance to start over. And I'm
Ay,
very happy.
Alalim dun
Nakaka-inspire din.
Parang love life.
Totoo
But
yan.
actually, that's true.
Toastmasters
I would
pa
agree
rin daw
with you.
ba
When
to?
she was saying no,
I would agree
actually
with
no,
you.
yes.
Yeah.
When she was saying na ano sabi mo kanina na parang
At the end of the day, you still need to communicate.
yes, you still need to communicate, and at the end of the day, yung yung pathways mo is para sa sarili mo, and not only you. When you are someone who has dependents, just like me, it will be for them also. And when they grow up, the next generation, they will look up to you. That's what she did. Yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yes.
Yung nanay ko
appreciate
ganda
it,
lang daw.
yeah.
guys. Sabi
Tsaka
ng anak ko,
network, actually.
Network.
Everyone shared na it expanded their network.
Yes.
So even though you're just a desk worker, your network will expand. You'll get to talk to a lot of, people up there.
Yeah.
You get to introduce yourself. May
They
I don't
hire
want to
ups.
I don't want to talk to the people up there yet. Not now. Not yet.
Kaya nga, double
Sorry.
meaning pala yun.
Okay, again.
Madami
The people of executives,
Yes,
Yes,
may
yes.
you
the
gain
president. Alright,
access
yeah,
to those
that's true.
people. And yung sabi nga na, you gain the
Yeah,
confidence.
that's true.
Kasi, in interviews as well, it helps you.
Yeah,
Lalo na ako na may takot ako sa interviews actually. Tsaka lahat ng work
How do
ko
you
ngayon,
feel
puro
right
ko na-
now? Earlier.
Stressed.
It doesn't look like you're nervous at all because earlier you were, but by now you already loosened up a bit. And I think
No,
you've shared a lot of insights, honestly. And then for you to be able to share all those knowledge, I think you're really the man.
No.
Bakit tawa yung nilagay ko? Dapat palakpak.
Sir Sherwin is watching pala.
Hello, CJD.
Hello,
so-
CGD Sherwin.
Sabi niya how to
CGD
join
needs-
po.
Yes, siya yan eh.
Oh.
Si Lloyd yun.
He's one of our
I see.
Club
leaders.
growth.
Yes.
So
And
CGD
nakaka-proud,
is
yeah.
Club Growth
CGD.
Director.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So,
okay.
di ba we talk about executive committee in a club?
Yeah.
So may mga levels of hierarchy yan.
I
So
see.
after club, there's an area. I'm the current area 25 director. After my area, my division level,
I see.
then district level. So Qatar has its own district and it has its district trio, yung pinaka top na leaders ng
Executive, yes.
Toastmasters.
That would be for all the organizations.
all the 113
Collective.
clubs.
Okay.
Yes.
And one of them is a Filipino, and that's Engineer Sherwin.
Sherwin.
Congratulations.
Nakaka-proud.
Hi, CJ.
Shout
it's
out.
always
Shout out.
something that we can be proud of, especially if there are Filipinos involved in
And of
such
course,
organizations.
yes.
It's not just like I would say it's a prestige
Yes.
organization where people would be looking at you as a standard, diba?
Yes.
A barometer
Yes.
of the excellence that we bring.
Professional wise.
Professional wise. All right. And I really admire what you guys are doing in our community, especially. I've seen and I've heard a lot of good words about Toastmasters, how they improve their lives. May not be useful at the moment, but sooner in the future, people may not know. You never know what the future holds.
Correct.
That's what we always say. And, having engaged in this kind of organization, somewhat it opens up a lot of good things. Diba? Sabi nyo nga, it may not be now, but in the future, probably. Introvert ka ngayon, how can you apply for the next job if you don't know how to communicate? Right?
Exactly.
Right?
Yes.
You don't know how to talk in stage? Paano kung bigyan ka ng pagkakataon para mag-lead ng organization? And you have to make sure that you do speeches.
Exactly.
So those are the things that you have to think or look ahead.
Yes.
It's not always constant. It's not always stationary. And the only thing that's constant is
Is change.
Change,
Yun, diba?
yes.
So, I think I've seen my piece.
I'm
Parang may
confused.
nag-lecture ngayon, ah. All right. Anyway, for those who wanted to join Toastmasters, what would be your message? Let's start with Queen first.
For everyone or for anyone who's interested to join Toastmasters, I will just want to leave a message that this is going to be the safest and effective platform for you to start doing a public speaking
Okay.
or develop your communication skill.
Right.
Nice. Congratulations. Thank you so much, candidate number 1. Candidate number 2. What's really nice,
Oh, wow.
Fritz, go ahead.
So, siguro yung message ko for those, for the people out there is to choose if you want to
Vote
see
wisely, charot.
no,
Very
Go ahead.
timely and relevant.
if you want to see change for yourself,
Yeah.
you have to take that step forward.
Yeah.
So it always starts with you. As long as you have that willingness to improve,
To learn.
to learn as well, join Toastmasters. This you will not regret joining.
Yeah.
For sure.
Take the leap of faith.
Yes.
Trixie?
Well, as I always say, Toastmaster is it's a safe place to learn. So everyone is welcome, regardless of your job, regardless of your
Culture,
interest or
background.
culture. We welcome everyone, and just approach any of us. You can always shoot us a DM or text us, or just simply approach us, and we will be glad to help you join Toastmasters Club.
Okay. Joanna?
Yes. Hello, everyone. Okay. My last words would be...
Last
If
word.
last words? No. Sige.
Palabra.
Oy, palabra de honor is...
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
No, but
Okay.
Decorate.
So everyone who is still thinking if they want to join Toastmasters, please first try Toastmasters meeting. Any club will do, any Filipino club will do, or whoever, whatever nationalities you are. Just try to join one Toastmasters meeting, and I know that you will love it because we won't be here and speaking about Toastmasters if there is no positive impact on our lives.
Yes.
That's really nice. Speak about experience,
Yes.
right? I mean, sharing what you have gone through, because the best statement or testament, I would say, is always about experience.
Yes.
If you experience it and it actually adds value to your life, you should try it.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Before we say goodbye for this afternoon, let me say first hi to Dory Mac. Shout out to all the Pinoy Toastmasters in Qatar. Also, shout out sa mga members and officers ng Philippine HR Practitioners in Qatar, or PHRPQ. Especially sa mga nakatapos ng kanilang CHRM and CHRP. Good afternoon to you.
Yes, congratulations.
Yes, thank you, Ma'am Dory. Again, I'll see you next week. Anybody else you wanted to shout out, guys, before we close the show this afternoon?
My dad is watching. Thank you, Dad, for watching. As always, Marcel X Gasakaw. Yes, that's my dad right there. Very supportive yan.
Yes.
That's nice.
And your
Okay.
husband as well.
Oh, Toastmaster Michael Miranda. Shout out to Miranda family.
Wow.
Oh, diba sabi ng tatay ko, go, pumpkin.
Pumpkin.
Yes,
To,
he calls me
Richard.
pumpkin.
Sorry, to Richard Villanueva.
Yes.
Richard
He said,
Villanueva.
shout out to
He's a
TM Press
member of
Queen.
IIESQ
Yes.
Toastmaster
How to
Club.
be you po.
PM
Your-
sent.
Your own people are messing the comment section.
Yeah.
Okay. What else do we have? There's a lot of people who commented. Anyway, I won't be able to read everybody else, but let me give way first again to the drive that we're doing right now, which is for the Bangon Bicol,
Bicol.
which is a fundraising activity. As of October 26th, 2004, we already have 42,380 pesos. We're actually trying to move it to 50K if we can, so that we could reach 150 families who would benefit from it. So if you have enough or more than enough or an excess, perhaps, alam ko hindi pa sahod.
Pagsahod.
But if you have spare at the moment, please donate to us, to our fundraising activity, and you can scan the code, or you may simply add. I don't know how the Gcash works, by the way, because I haven't tried it. But anyway, same with me. It's 960-687-3581. So that's the number for the Gcash. It would be sent all throughout Bicol region, okay? Yung donation nyo po. Maraming salamat sa lahat ng mga nag-donate. And again, this was spearheaded by Pinoy Heart Radio, Popsy TV, Balitang Q, Travel with McCoy, QCast, Simply CJ, Disikat PH, Miss M, and So Yummy talaga. Thank you so much, guys. I wanted also to thank Shopwise for having QCast during the grand opening yesterday.
Yes.
Thank you so much. And also to Rockwell International. We're also part of their event here in Doha. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat. Thank you. Anything you want to add up before we finally close our podcast this afternoon?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Sa
Let's start with
uulitin
Queen.
daw,
Okay.
invite.
For the takeaway, the significant step to join Toastmaster is to show up.
Show up.
Yes.
Show up and show off.
That's a good
I don't
one.
show off.
May
like it.
summary. So siguro sa akin, choose for yourself.
That's so deep. Okay. Trixie.
And of course, as I always say, never stop learning. Toastmasters is here.
Nice. Joanna?
Yes. Lose your ego and choose change.
Yes.
Nice. I like it. All right. Thank you so much. Once again, we have Toastmasters Queen, Fritz, Joanna, and of course Trixie. This has been Francis. See you again next time for Live on Q here on QCast. Bye, guys. Have a great weekend. Special thanks to SGE Events Company, also to Sky Gonzalez, to Miss Ting of Ting Talk Show. Thank you for watching. You guys have an awesome weekend. It's back to work again tomorrow. My head is starting to.
Is it Sunday
It's
tomorrow?
not in the mood.
It's Sunday again.
Yeah, it's Sunday again. Thank you, and see you again next time here in Live on Q. Bye, guys.
QCast.
And that's on cue for today. See you again next time.